I'm back to being horizontal, man. But look, 3 people. I started out with 85.
Yeah.
Now I'm back to 3. I'm Ricky.
Yeah. I'm one of your founder members, Larry.
Larry.
Yeah.
Larry Wren.
Yeah.
Long Beach.
Yeah. How's it
What's
going,
up, brother? How you doing?
Just another day in paradise, man.
What brought you out here today?
Trying to find some pins.
Pins. You're a pin collector.
Yeah.
Are you a pin trader or just collector?
I tried to trade back in the days, but I mean, just trying to collect right now.
All right. I'm here with Larry Wren, Long Beach, Club 1313 member. Long Beach is in the house. I mean, you born and raised in Long Beach?
Yeah.
8 years, so I'm a little bit of a
How's it going,
poser.
guys?
I'm a little bit of a poser.
Nah,
8
man, you're
years.
good.
Man, I'm good. I represented hard. All right, so today we learned that Bob Chapek said the park's going to reopen.
Last week of April, right?
Do you believe that?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Too soon.
I feel like he's being a little optimistic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, what they're doing in Florida, they're probably just going to bring out here to California, but
Right.
I think it's going to be way too soon to open up in last week of April. But we'll see.
I mean, I would love for it to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not rooting against it. It's just I did the math. That's about 7 weeks. Seems pretty fast, but I don't know if you've noticed today. There's like cast members everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. You can see that they are really trying to get the rhythm back. They're trying to get the pace going back. So
I mean, it's going to be hard to open up with DCA doing the Taste of Disney right around that same
right,
time too.
like Taste of Disney ends. What is it? April 15th or so? Somewhere around
it's
there?
April 18th, I think. Is the last
Is that
week.
when it
Yeah.
ends? So we're gonna have 2 weeks, and then we're gonna, or maybe a week, and push right in. Like I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. I'm hoping that it happens. Last summer, when they predicted they were open July 17th,
Oh, I didn't.
I was like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But hey,
Only time can tell,
if
really.
it happens, you're an AP holder.
Yeah.
Ready to get that AP back?
Yeah, definitely.
You think it'll happen?
I think so, but I just want to see what the price and what the kind of perks are with everything. But whenever they roll it out, I'm just going to get it and call it a day.
I mean, is there a price that would be too high?
Honestly, no. I'm a business owner, so as long as I get my annual pass and come whenever I feel like coming, and I'll be happy with it, you know.
What kind of business do you have?
I'm a coffee business, so I'm a sole proprietor. I'm an independent contractor.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
I
So
love
if you
that.
ever need some coffee and all that, you let me know.
Oh, I do. If you cut me open, cold brew falls out.
Same here.
I've
Same here.
replaced all my blood with cold brew.
I mean, you always go to Starbucks and all that, so
I like the app.
yeah, right?
I like the app. I like the stars. I'm a sucker for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing I like about Starbucks is just the consistency, right? There's one everywhere that I go.
Yeah.
And I just like that. I do love going to local independent roasters. It's just sometimes there's a little bit too much attitude,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's just not convenient.
Yeah,
But
I can feel that,
in
especially
Long-
now.
In Long Beach, shout out to Wide Eyes Open Palm, one of the
Never
best.
been there.
Oh, such a great cold brew located over at Cherry and 4th Street.
Okay.
Really, really good place.
Sure to check them out.
Great place. All right, I'm gonna get this live stream
No
going.
worries, bud.
Larry, thank you for being a
No
Club
worries.
1313 member. So nice to meet you,
Yeah,
bud.
definitely.
Nice to see you, bud.
Thanks a lot, bud.
All right. One more member, a CM. All right, let's get away from this music for a second.
Sure. No problem.
All right, hey everybody, sorry, it's been wild out here. I want to tell you that the magic is back, baby. I mean, it is packed today, and one would think that it might be empty today because we have Touch of Disney that'll be starting next Thursday, but a couple of factors. It's beautiful out, but that's kind of typical for California. But also, this is the last week of the 30% discount, or 20%, right? They moved it down. 20% discount. And these are the last days of free DCA. And in fact, this is our last Tuesday night live stream during free DCA. We've been doing this every single Tuesday since back in November. So end of a small era, but I'm here with my man,
Samson.
Samson, okay. I didn't know if it was Sam or Samson. Samson, we can see what you do for a living, right?
Yeah, I work in Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
Food and beverage.
Food and beverage, CM. So I just talked to Larry Wren, another fellow 1313 member. This wasn't planned, by the way. This was not planned. I'm meeting people everywhere. Were you surprised when you heard Bob Chapek today say end of April?
Totally. I was in the middle of work on my day job, and I just heard the news on the Discord. And a little while, but I'm like, wait, let's look at this. And also, he's coming from company-wide thing.
Right.
And I don't know, I'd have to hear what Pot Rock has to say.
Kenny P. Rocks, hit us with that poetry. Woo! But here's the thing. This is where, like, when Friday it was, April 1st, California theme parks can reopen. Everybody took it as April 1st, they are going to reopen. And so as we've learned, we have to read the poetry here. Bob Chapek says hopeful.
Yeah, hopeful.
And hopeful does not mean a hard date to put in your calendar, because let's backtrack.
They're just now calling back leads and trainers for attractions. So that takes a little while because they have to get all trained up so they can train other cast members.
Right.
And then getting all that scheduling, it's going to be a few weeks once we get the all clear, but there's a lot of things that have to go in motion. Like, city has to sign off. I'm pretty sure the city's going to sign off. The county.
Are you kidding me? The city is like, please give us back our Disneyland. You remember, like, I'll talk about this because you're CM and I don't want to get you in trouble.
Sure.
But, you know, the hotel kind of fell apart because there was some city people that were like, I don't know. There were some city people that were a little bit bummed out about the Greenbelt parking garage they were going to do on the eastern half. And I have a feeling that for a while, city officials of Anaheim are going to be like, Disney, whatever you want. You want to pave Olive Harbor? You want to put a roller coaster in the middle of Catella? Just do it. Bring the money back. So I can say that he thinks I'm an idiot. So, like you do too. But
I just think it's going to be a while. It's going to be a couple weeks. Once we get the go-ahead that, yes, we can open, it's logistical nightmare. It's a lot bigger back there than anyone understands.
Oh yeah. So here's what I'm holding on to. He said hopeful for end of April. If they can hit that deadline, that is amazing. If it goes a little bit beyond that's great too. I mean, there's a lot of people that have never commented on any of my videos that showed up on yesterday's video where I said Disney won't open April 2021. Just to give you guys a heads up, like, I did a lot of research. I interviewed people that work for the company off the record, and I really put time into figuring out what that date would look like. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong. And also, same with Bob Chapek, if they don't meet that date, it's just everybody right now is trying to get somewhere. So everybody's kind of guessing, even including the heads of the company or city officials, state officials. So we're going to get there when we get there. Hopefully we get there safe. And I thought about this, Samson. You remember last summer when they said they were going to reopen by July 17th?
That's exactly what I was thinking about today.
It felt like deja vu.
It felt like that. And then, because just as easily the state could pull it back, or there's a lot of things that have to line up.
A lot of moving pieces.
To get it open in April, which if it does, that's great. But again, we were here last summer where we're like, okay, this is the day it's going to open, and then it just all fell through. So I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
Because I would like to get back to work.
I would like to see you back at work. I would like to have you make me a Ronto roaster.
Yes. But I'll just, when I hear the announcement, the official announcement, okay, all right, we'll see. But before that, I'm like, I'm just gonna hold on.
Well, you know, I remember I went live last June when we got that July 17th opening date. And I just kept being like, hey, I mean, I guess we're back. But I was very hesitant. Like, I just could see that could kind of go wrong. And not saying that's going to happen with end of April. It just sounds really, really optimistic. But then again, I thought about this afternoon, because don't forget, this is something that just happened earlier today. I thought about it, and, you know, Disney might want to just get open as, I hate to say this in front of a CM, but they might want to just get open as sloppy and as fast as they can, but also be safe, because they might be worried that if they don't get open, if they try to do the Disney thing and wait like a long time, that door might close again on them. And I have a feeling like once the park is open, it would be very hard for California to close them a second time. So there might just be a thought of like, if there's a ray of light let's break our necks to make that opportunity happen so that we're just open and we weather everything else with an open park.
I'm interested in a phased reopening, like possibly, okay, let's try this out. Let's see how these foods are going. Let's see how
Right.
all the outdoor attractions are going. And then we can think about rolling to a start to being a little bit more open.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it happens.
It's all a wait and see.
It's all day by day, and here's the thing I'm curious about. If they're going to shoot for end of April, they're going to have to pick that date in the next 2 weeks because they're going to need to do the ticket sales. So
there's so much behind the scenes. It's crazy.
I know. It is nuts.
Not only that, but just like logistically, like park operations.
Right.
There's so many moving pieces that go into effect. It's just not like, oh, we're gonna pick a day and we'll be kind of open.
Right. So let me know in the chat. I can see the chat right now. I'm stationary. What do you guys think? It just like, do you think yay or nay on end of April? Just a Y or an N. Like, don't write me a paragraph. Just yes, end of April or no. Like, do you think that they'll make it or not? I'm so interested to see. Scary Gary says nay. I see somebody, Federal says yes. I see a nay, yes. Kind of going back and forth here, back and forth. It looks like it's split. And the interesting thing about it being split is that just goes to show that A, there's a lot of broken heart Disney fans that don't want to get their hopes up too much, but also that people just right now understand that everything is just like optimism and hope and a lot of hard work and hope that all of that lines up and meets. So very interested to see that we've got, looks like a split audience. May the 4th. Dude, we've got to get in Batu for May the 4th. The first May the 4th, there was nobody
like that
there.
actual.
Oh,
It was just a spur of the moment thing, but now, like, it's pre-planned and we can think it all out.
right.
I personally would just like to be in Batu. I'm repping my Batu jacket.
I like that hoodie. That's nice.
But yeah, it's all just, I've been thinking about it like the whole lockdown, just like it's a wait and see. I'm gonna see what happens. I can't put my eggs into one basket.
That's all you can do. Like, day at a time, optimism, but grounded in realism, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what I've been trying to do with the channel, because I just felt like there was a lot of people that were just like swinging for the fences and breaking a lot of hearts. So I would always rather be overly cautious than too ambitious.
Exactly.
Because right now I'm thinking middle of May. They get it open 2 weeks earlier than I predicted. That's a win, baby. So we'll see. All right, let me ask you this real quick. Let me just flip around here. I'm gonna flip around. Give me the details. When did you fall in love with Disneyland?
I fell in love with Disneyland probably when I was 3.
3 years old.
Yeah, I've been coming to the park since I was that little and all that, and just always loved Disney and the Disney movie and everything like that. And then by the time I was in my 30s, I worked for the park.
So you started working at the park when you were in your 30s. How long have you been working for the park?
This actually today. What is today's day? It would be 2 years today for this stint. I worked a couple years ago in entertainment costuming.
What did you do in costuming?
A dresser. So I dress all the characters.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm looking to get back to that.
So how did you end up in Batu?
I was originally in Adventureland, in foods there, and then.
Were you working the Tropical Hideaway?
Yeah, it was actually the kitchen runs Riverbell, Tropical, and Bengal. So we're getting a little bit of.
Ooh, that's a triple crown right there. Bengal barbecue, Riverbell. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It was nice when there'd be leftovers at the end of the night.
Oh man, that pork belly from Bengal barbecue.
Yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo, sign me up.
Love it.
And so when the Batu, because I remember
there were just transfer opportunities.
and so you asked to be in.
Let And then I got a call that said, do you want to cross train into Baku? I'm like, hell yeah. And then now I'm there.
And so you were in Batu like right at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
awesome.
transferred in January, so I got a month and a half into working there, and then my costume's been sitting like in my room for a year.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that, I'm like, oh my god.
That's amazing.
Friday is going to be a year I haven't touched
A year since you wore it. So if you are food and beverage for Batu, were you able to get in there and walk Galaxy's Edge before the Gin Pop got in there?
Yes.
So you were able to be one of the first people in Galaxy's Edge.
I'm there at night.
Ours
It's dark before the sunrise.
Ours opened before Florida's. So you were one of the first people ever to be in a Galaxy's Edge. Tell me about that first walkthrough.
It was insane. We were waiting in that middle tunnel.
Yeah.
For the cast preview, we had to put our phones in that little bag.
Those zip bags? Yeah.
And the hear some sound, and everybody had to go at their scheduled times, kind of like the AP preview.
Right.
And so saw people, and I could just see a glimmer, just a little bit of buildings. I'm like, oh, I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
So the minute I got in there, it was insane.
So for me, walking through the hallway of the Falcon was when I choked up.
Oh, totally.
Where did you choke up?
Right there. You're just going around the corner.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that middle entryway just puts you right into the city. So Droid Depot and Savi's and stuff.
Yes.
But then you round that corner and you see the Falcon. It's like, oh, the Falcon's here.
Yes.
Literally, the Falcon is right here.
And it feels so real. It's the scale in that environment. And, you know, that was the first ever one-to-one model, full model of the Millennium Falcon ever built.
We had heard about it, but then it's another thing to actually see it. It's crazy.
That's awesome. All right, so what are you doing at the park this evening?
Wanting to catch the feels. I know it's last week big closing, and just having a bummer day at work and really missing working that day. So I just wanted to catch it a little bit before I can't anymore.
Think about this. What other job would an employee go back to the factory because they were missing it and sad that they weren't there, right? Like that goes to show how much more than a job this is, that emotionally you just want to be at work.
Oh, 100%. Like, 'cause it's more than just any other like retail job or anything that I've had.
Right.
It's cool, like the whole cast and everything. Riding the tram, riding the backstage tram, walking in and out.
Yeah.
Going to meal breaks and all that. It's just, I just like the whole culture and the whole vibe. Of
It is a
being
culture.
cast member.
It is a culture.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to ask you a question. Oh, there's a dog. This is what I'm thinking. As you know, Saturday is the 13th. 13th of the month, 13 gets together. But this is what I'm thinking. I missed you. It's real windy out here today, guys.
Oh.
But this is what I'm thinking. Let's hold off on the 13th this month. I come Sunday on the 14th, and I shut down the last night of free DCA. Last to leave, free DCA. I'm going to attempt to do it this Sunday night. Document the end of this era. Do you give me permission to push the live stream over one night?
I believe so. I think that would be very cool.
All right.
That would be very cool.
Club member voted it. It's now a law. This Sunday night, I will be the last to leave free DCA, or at least I'll attempt to be. And, whenever I do my Disney stunts, patience, politeness, and perseverance. And no VIP. You got to be one of the regular people. So that's what we're going to go for. All right, brother. I'm gonna get moving on. Let me get you back in here.
Yeah.
So
Bye,
nice to
bud.
meet you. So nice to meet you. And in non-COVID times,
Yes.
I want to try those glasses on and see what that prescription looks like.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I want to see the world through those glasses. I have a feeling it's a wild ride. See you, buddy. It's so
Later.
nice to meet you. So
Yeah.
nice to meet you. One more. One more. One more. Have another Club 1313 member here, my friend Stefan, who was nice enough to add me onto his Carthay Circle reservation. And what did I buy?
Not a thing. I tried.
He tries it. Whatever you want, whatever you want. I'm like, I'm getting ready to live
He
stream.
doesn't like appreciation. You should note this. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, I was not nice at all. I was like, I'm getting ready to live stream. If I'm being honest, I just had a milkshake. I'll probably fall asleep halfway through the stream. So yeah, there you go. Maybe it's his fault that I was running a tad bit late and the camera was locked. But Stefan, you heading out of here?
Yes, I am.
So nice to meet you. So nice to hang out with you. You have a great evening.
Until next time. Hope
See you later, bud. What's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to say I'm a big fan of your show.
Yeah!
I love watching it. I like your attitude on everything on
Yeah!
there. And
What's your name?
Tom, my name's Tom.
Tom. Are you from this area?
Yes, I'm from this area. I came down just so I could see you. I actually bought a lot of stuff too.
You bought a lot of stuff. Did you go to Wonderground?
Yep,
Where'd you get it? Can we see?
sure.
Show and tell. Show and tell. Oh, nice. Nice. Look at. I'm gonna switch the camera so people can see what you got. Oh, that Bambi is nice. Look at that. Little-
And then I ordered 2 more things.
Oh, that's great. Are these for you or gifts?
For me.
Oh, nice.
I love
So born and raised in California?
it. Yep. Big fan of Disneyland.
Your whole life.
Whole life.
Wow. And I see you got a camera. Do you like document it?
I take a little pictures here and there on it. I'm nowhere near like what you do.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hack. So, did you get into watching content on YouTube?
Yeah, that's it.
And-
Let me pull this off. I was listening to you.
Did that did that happen? Were you watching YouTube Disney content before the pandemic, or did the pandemic take you to YouTube?
Pandemic brought me to it.
That's so fascinating.
And what
I'm gonna spin around so we can get the park behind you. Let's get a good shot here. There we go.
for me, what's really neat is listening to your point of view on things. I have a lot of similar thoughts that you do.
I appreciate that.
And it just kind of brought me. You're coming here every Tuesday. I try to watch it.
I appreciate that, man.
And that's what I can't get here all the time.
I understand.
But when I had my annual pass, I mean, it was easy.
How many years did you have an annual pass for?
Well, I've had it previous, but last year was my biggest one.
Yeah.
I went full Monty on it.
Yeah.
I wanted to get everything out of it. I wanted to be here Christmas Day.
Yes.
I wanted to be here my birthday.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
And then March 13th came up, or 14th, sorry. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm going to close. I did what you did.
Yeah.
Close the place down.
Yes. Yes.
Said goodbye to some of the cast members.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right?
Look at that. It's very true.
It's been a rough year, right?
Very rough. Very rough.
I can't even sometimes express how much I've realized my love for Disneyland this year, because it's become so much more than the actual ground, right? Like, it's become a state of mind. It's become like an emotional construct. It's become a community.
It's like they take. Sorry. You never know what you miss until it's gone.
Absolutely, Tom.
People, jobs, all sorts of things. And I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
Different things in the racing world. And
Did you say Racing World?
Yeah, I used to work in that racing world.
Oh, wow.
So, coming here was like my relief.
Yeah.
You walk through those days and it doesn't matter what happened before. It's like
Yep. You go through the tunnel on the right and everything else goes away.
Yeah, and that's it. And when it went away, it's like, wait a minute, this is actually not happening. We can't go into this. And it just seems, and I don't want to get political on it, but it just seems so crazy how everything's going.
It was a perfect storm for it to go horribly south.
Yes,
Yeah.
horribly.
Yeah.
And now it just seems like everything is starting to get into place. Now, I have to say, I would be very, very surprised. I agree with what you said the other day. They still need to train these people.
Yeah.
Rides still need to have
Yeah.
certifications.
Yeah.
Safe
Yeah, the end of April, hopeful for end of April was Bob Chapek's statement today. It seems a little overly ambitious, but hey,
But who knows?
who knows? We don't know the back ends, and hey, I've never wanted to be wrong more in my life, Tom.
When I saw that, I'm like, oh, Ricky was wrong. I was like, so what?
Hey, so what? And you know what? I mean, honestly, I'd rather be wrong and tell people a further out date than be wrong telling people a month sooner. You know what I mean? Like,
If I plan, I'm going to take this 2 weeks off, if Ricky says, I got the inside deal, no, I understand that.
so did you buy tickets for Touch of Disney?
Yes, it is.
Uh,
It's funny. I watched your live stream after I
Yeah.
ended up getting mine,
Yeah.
and I gave up at the point. I thought, oh, it's done. And unfortunately, somebody else's live stream was here, and he said, look, I'm getting on left and right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just kept trying, and I got the date that I wanted because I'm having Good Friday off.
There you go.
I'm-
There you go. Well, Tom, so nice to meet you, bud. I'm going to go on with tonight's live stream, but thanks a lot for saying hi. I appreciate it.
no, thanks for having me on. I didn't expect that.
Oh, everybody wants to know, what kind of racing did you do?
IndyCar.
IndyCar. Were you a driver or a pit or?
I was an engineer.
In, oh, okay. Hold on. So you're an engineer on Indy cars. So therefore, you're like a tech guy, and you must just, you love to ride the attractions, but you probably also love the ingenuity, the Bob Gurr-isms behind it.
You would not believe.
All right.
You would not
All right.
believe.
So as an Indy race car guy, in your opinion, what ride are you most like fascinated by? Like, which one gets you going as a gearhead?
I think technically right now it's right for the that right there is the creme de la creme in my opinion.
Yeah.
How to do that.
Different ride systems, show telling.
Yeah, well the whole thing. I mean you've got the entryway, then you've got the little turnstile that brings you into the ship.
Right.
On it, all that stuff involved. But what's really interesting, and it's the same thing that's going on with Mickey's the Mickey's Adventure, Goofy.
Oh, Mickey's Runaway Railway.
That one.
Yep.
They're using the same sort of track.
Right. The trackless systems.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's completely amazing. So futuristic compared to riding on a rail.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, riding on the rail is going to get really interesting when that Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxies, opens up out in Walt Disney World, because it's basically going to be, an Omnimover on steroids. And I cannot wait to see how that pans out. But Tom, I'll let you get back to your evening. Thank you so much for saying hi. And Bud, I can't wait to see you inside the gates.
I can't wait either.
Take care, buddy. Nice to meet you.
Bye, guys.
Wow. What a powerful way to start the stream, with 2 cast members, another friend, just bumping into Tom, some Club 1313 members. All right, let's get into tonight's topic. I hope that didn't bore you. I genuinely love meeting people. I love asking people questions. I've been doing a podcast professionally since 2014, been doing podcasting since 2012. I just have a passion for people, and really love interviewing them. So let's get into tonight's topic. So there has been so much activity tonight inside the gates of Disneyland. I've been here since 11 o'clock this morning. Jared came back to see his collection for the first time in stores, and also to visit the resort for the first time. It was also the first time Jared and I got to hang out in over a year face to face, which is really cool. I mean, I see him when we record the podcast through Zoom, but it was our first time to get to hang out, which is really awesome. And so since I was here early, I can tell you that I have just seen a plethora of cast members of all different pedigrees, some in their business professional attire, some in their costumes. But before 5 o'clock, there was a steady pace of CMs just cruising around out here. So it was really cool. Daphne, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Mururuma. Yes, if you notice, I just always kind of avoid saying the last name. But guys, there has been a lot going on today. And as well as I'm sure you guys have probably heard, we talked about it earlier, asking Samson what he thought about getting back in there as a CM. And it's moving really, really fast. Hold on one second. I think I want to sneeze. Woo! Sneezing in a mask. What a 2020-21 experience. Fireworks are probably going to get canceled tonight. Yes, you're absolutely right. But here is what's interesting. Federalist says, have the management been called back? Thank you for the bless you, Joe Front. I believe that some of the higher level cast member has been called back, and that they are going to start training, and then the training gets passed down the chain of command. Dr. Ray says, what parts of DCA on the 14th will be unique to cover? Stretch the mind. I tell you, Dr. Ray, I've already been writing scripts and coming up with ideas on how I'm going to best spend my 5 Thursdays at Touch of Disney. Obviously, I'm going to go live and show everybody what the event looks like. But just like I've done with DCA since back in the fall, I'm going to be shooting lots of other type of videos, really documenting. I'm going to be doing perimeter tours of all the lands, because this is just such a unique moment in time to capture the status of everything. So yeah, I'll be live every Thursday, but I will be shooting lots of secondary content that will roll out while I'm in there. All right, let's do this. Now, this is the thing that really surprised me. Let me see here. Yeah, the breeze is no good for allergies, Annabelle, no doubt about it. Any plans to go to any other parks tasting events? I don't cover any of the other parks. I am not a theme park guy. I'm a Disneyland guy. So I'm sure what Knott's is doing is awesome. I'm sure Universal's got something great going on. I don't go to those places. Maybe in a year or so, when things get back to normal, my cousin Ricky from Kentucky might fly out here to start covering Knott's Berry, but I got to get Ricky on a plane, and he's a little bit of a character. He always offers to drive his... Ricky's always like, I'll ride my motorbike out. I'm like, Ricky maybe stay in Kentucky. So eventually Ricky might start doing Knott's, but no plans for him coming to visit me anytime soon. Yeah, Ricky Bricky, my cousin. He's still back in Kentucky. So this is the thing that really shocked me, guys. It is very busy. I mean, very busy, and ironically windy. There are so many people here today. This is probably the most packed that I have seen BVS since back in the opening nights. So let's just cruise into the park, and you can just see that people, look at this guy. Shop till you drop. I think he's ready to drop. He definitely shopped. I think he's ready to drop. All right. So let's walk through and just check out how busy it is here. Federalist. So check this out, my friends. This is the line for the 5 and dime. It is going all the way back to where the little plaza at the end of the street is. And then line forms here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, friends. I have had a lot of technical difficulties tonight. I apologize. Sorry about that. I just hit a button accidentally. All right, anyways. Let me know when you guys hear me. Am I back? I'm gonna assume that I am. So you guys can see that to get into Trolley Treats, when you get into Trolley Treats, you can see that the line goes all the way to here.
Is there a child?
Is it still frozen or not? Frozen, huh? Video is stuck. It's not my night, guys. All right. Let me see if I can get it to unfreeze. Let me see if I can get it to unfreeze here. All right, I'm gonna have to start a third stream tonight. Be right back.